So I've been noticing lately that the Wii Sport franchises from the Wii Sports Original, Wiisports Resort, and many other Wii games have been really popular during the time we've been in quarantine. So I thought it'd be a great idea for me to create a new channel as in Front of Me franchise. And no, this isn't nothing compared to what I'm going to do just like Profesha did in this channel.
Now we only have one out to get 93 runs. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. But you know what? I'm going to try. Yeah, fuck you, Abby. Why don't you crush my hopes and dreams along with my heart?
Now, I originally started my channel in this exact account way while back when I was a 12-year-old, but decided that I wanted to make some new things as the start of the Me franchise. So, as for an introduction to you everybody, welcome to my new channel. My name is Antonio Vidro, and as you guys can tell by the screen of my computer, I'm right now making my Me, and I'm also going to be roasting and ranking each of the Me's, which has been really popular also by Profesha and other YouTubers who have done this type of video. Again, before I get into that, I know you guys are right now seeing the screen of me creating my Me, and I also want to wish you guys a happy Halloween. Yes, I know it's November 3rd or November 2nd, but I took a long time editing this video, and yes, just ignore the Halloween thing. Although I'm not really sure how many people are going to be really celebrating that because of, well, what's going on. Now, making my Me is easy, so right now I'm about to finish that in just a few seconds. Alright, so now that we're finished, I'll be going to the next website in which is the Me ranking tier. So let's get into that. Alright, so I made it to the Me's of what I'm going to be roasting and saying about each of the other characters. And this did take me a while to do because some of these Me's I didn't really know much, and considering that I played with them in the past, I wasn't really sure what to say about them. Also, keep in mind that most of these Me's that I'm going to roast will be as similar to the ones like Profesha and Xavier Fernandez have done in her channel. Alright, so the way it's gonna go is that there is a chart from the tiers that go from living legend to a living nuisance. And since I have 10 of my favorite characters, I will be putting them last as I'm going to be roasting them last and also ranking them. As an example, Abby, as she is my #1 favorite character in the entire game, she's gonna be roasted last because, oh, I've got a lot to say about you, girl. So, without further ado, everybody, let's get roasting and ranking. Abe, where the hell is your mouth, dude? Oh, wait, it's up right into your beard. Last time, remember, every time I face you off in Showdown, I never see your mouth, because it's all covered. But he ain't a problem, so I'm gonna have to slightly dislike you, dude. AI, what is really stupid about you is that you literally have that exact name as a computer player in Wii Sports. However, just like Abe, I'll have to slightly dislike you. Next up is Akira, and this guy looks depressed. However, I'm gonna have to hate this dude because he's a bitch in table tennis. Alicia, not only does she have that face of a duck, but she also looks like a Karen. But honestly, she's not really much of a problem, so I'm gonna have to put her as a neutral. Andy, who looks like a black Mario, who I'm also gonna be putting as a neutral, because why not? Anna, who's not only in the basketball team as a starter, but also looks like a brat. Considering that she is the champion of cycling, I'm gonna hate her. I can agree to Profesha that Asami looks like a goldfish because she is a goldfish. The only good thing is that she ain't a problem at all, so I guess I could just put her as in, I believe, neutral. Barbara, I literally thought that this girl was a guy at the beginning when I got this game. Not only that, with the eyebrows that she has, she also looks like a gorilla. Within my opinion, I don't really like her, so I'm just gonna slightly dislike her. Chica, who looks like a cockroach, and is also a beginner in Wii Party. But hey, she's a neutral person to me. Chris, who looks like a muffin, and Kimi Carson. And I don't like this guy, so I'm gonna put you in dislike, my dude. Cole, as in the starter of table tennis. Luckily, you ain't a problem, my friend, so I'm gonna put you in neutral. Daisuke, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you are a horny middle school gym teacher. And because of that, I'm gonna have to slightly dislike you, man. David, who looks like our Native American ancestor and the Sphinx of Egypt. Honestly, in my real opinion, I like this dude, so I'm gonna put you in like, my friend. Eddie, who looks like a college dropout working at McDonald's. Since you ain't a problem, I'm gonna put you as in a neutral kid. Eduardo, who looks like a Mexican drug dealer. But I've never seen this guy mostly in Wii Sports and Wiisports Resort, so I've never faced him, so neutral one. Well, if it isn't Profesha's enemy, aka Elisa.
Alright, let's see if we can get Matt. Please be Matt. I don't want to go through this experience ever again. Elisa! Go away! I hate you! Why is it always Elisa?
But for real, Elisa, how is it that you're the champion of tennis but not table tennis? Honestly, I'm way different from Profesha from here because instead, I actually like Elisa. What? Yeah, I know that's a surprise, but I have a different nemesis in mind. Emily is a red velvet cupcake. Again, I haven't really encountered her much in Wiisports, so neutral. Emma, who's black and blonde. Yeah, I have no idea what to say. She may use a shoe in table tennis, but isn't a problem, so neutral. Don't get me started with Eva. She gave me nightmares. I will admit that I feel bad for her because in Profeature's channel, she's been rejected the most.
Hold on a minute. Oh no! No, Eva, no!
Nobody loves you more than me.
Oh no, no way.
No way.
Eva just has to get hurt. Eva, there's no way Duty Dude.
Hold on a minute.
How many girls want Duty Dude?
No. No, no. No, no.
No way. Duty Dude has 3 girls to choose from. And a rooster.
Sakura, I'm so glad.
Oh my!
But still, I'ma have to despise you and be lucky for that because again, you're not the nemesis I have in mind. Fritz, who looks like a clown, who is also someone I despise. Again, you're not my living nemesis, so be lucky for that. Famiko is also one of those characters I've never faced much, but she also looks like a prostitute. But part of me does like her. I don't know why. Gabby is another spoiled brat. The only difference between her and Anna is that I slightly dislike her. Gabrielle is another gorilla. And I do not like you either, so I despise you. George's face indeed looks like Squidward's house. Enough said. As to his ranking, I'ma put him in neutral. Ay, we got another gorilla Giovanna. I don't really know much of this character, so neutral. Greg, who looks like Jake's gay son. He can be a bit of a problem in table tennis match as for him being our teacher in table tennis rally. So I'll have to slightly dislike him. Gwen has a triangle nose, and I'm sorry about a scream, but what the hell is this? Yeah, that was a bit too far, wasn't it? I will admit, I never saw that coming with Gwen actually having feelings for Miguel. But the thing is, I just don't like her. And no, it's not because I don't like her with the fact that she's in love. I just don't like her in general. Haley looks like that type of parent who would beat up their children with a belt or with the power of the chancla. Which, by the way, you should never underestimate. And I do not like her. Because if you're going against her, and I believe it's the 4th stage of Showdown, she is going to be a bit of a... Face it, Helen. We all know you're Meg Griffin from Family Guy. And, with by all means, I dislike you. Hiromasa is indeed Harry Potter. And because of that creepy smile that I'm looking at, I'm going to dislike you. Hiromi was a character that took me a very long time to roast. But by looking at her in Wiisportsresort, she just sucks in general. Well, except basketball, which, at least, that's a good sport for her. For Hiromi, I didn't really encounter her much, so neutral. Do I really need to explain Hiroshi? But I don't like his face, so neutral. Ian is homeless, which is easily explaining why he uses a shoe in table tennis. Jackie. Wait. I think I've seen this face in real life. And although she may have the face of someone I know, I slightly dislike Jackie. Jack or Jake. Either way, he is the gay father of gay son Greg. I don't like this dude. James trying to act like LeBron, yet he ain't the champion of basketball. I kinda know this character sometimes, so he will be in neutral. Jesse. We all thought this girl was a guy. Also, I've heard that you are Rachel's sister for some reason. In any case, she is neutral. Julie, who spent more in Botox with her lips. And I don't know if you're on steroids, but every time I play against you in table tennis, you are like the Flash, so I'm gonna have to hate you. When I was a kid, I always thought Catherine and Naomi were twin sisters. Also, she is the mom of Rachel and Jesse, which isn't a bad thing. The only thing is I just don't really see her, so I'm gonna have to put her in neutral. Kiko or Kaiko, she just sucks in table tennis. And I like her, so I'm gonna put her in like. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to say the same thing as Xavier said with Kentaro in his roast. But indeed, Kentaro looks like a 5-year-old, well, with facial hair. I almost wanted to put Kentaro as a like, but he will be on top of neutral because for him and being a table tennis pro, I just don't like that. Luca looks like a YouTube streamer. For Luca, I don't really know much of his character as well, so neutral. Marco as the Mexican version of Mario. I also almost like Marco, so I'm gonna put him on top of neutral. Maria, who looks like Michelle Obama, but the Latina version. I slightly dislike Maria. Marissa is the female version of the devil. Slightly dislike her. Adam Savage, or as Martin from Wiisports and Wiisportsresort. Neutral. Megan's a man.
You look like a man, Megan!
Also neutral. Mia's mouth is way too close to her nose. Also neutral. Michael has a tiny face. I don't like him either, so slightly dislike. Midori sucks in Wiisport and has the longest yet stretchiest eyes. Group of neutral. Miguel, as similar to Eduardo, is a drug dealer. And please do not show the surprise, mother. Oh, come on! For Miguel, I'm gonna dislike him. And no, not because of the love. Just please, I don't ever want to see that ever again. Mike and Michael are the same thing. Be specific, Nintendo. As for many other people who are neutral, I'm gonna put Mike there because I haven't really encountered him as well. Okay, I'm not really sure how you guys want to pronounce this girl. It's either Misaki or Misaki. For one, she looks like Mulan. And number two, if I'm being honest, I feel like Misaki, if I was living in this Mii world, she would be like an ex of mine I would have dated. And that is my opinion, she's going to be in neutral as well. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna make a part 2 of this. Although I know this is my very first video that I'm doing. You know what? I'm just not gonna make it too long.